Hello, good day to everyone, and I welcome you to another episode on Moldflow's tips and workflow. In this episode, I'm going to discuss about the node layer number results in Autodesk Moldflow Insight. This result is particularly used for the three-dimensional mesh, and when you come across a warning of your layer or the element layer or the node layer across the thickness is insufficient and cause the accuracy issues. And many times people come to us and users come to us and they ask about how to go and fix about and how do I see that how many layers has been created across the particular section in the component. So let's have a look at it and how to address these issues. So for a example, I created a 3D mesh on the given part, and I could took a section of it and I could see the layer numbers or the layer across the thickness. By default, if you go for the meshing, it should have a 10 layers across the thickness. So I didn't change any default setting. I just kept it as it is and then mesh the part and let the algorithm find the number of layers that can be created across each of the sections depending upon the thickness and the layers and so. And then when we try to run the analysis, this happens particularly with the thin wall parts. I'm referring it to again. It happens mostly with the thin wall parts where software cannot able to create the minimum layer, and you get a warning that there is an insufficient refinement of the tetrahedral mesh in some areas, and which may affect the solution accuracy. And for the 10 tetrahedral refinement layers requested, the node layer number E is expected to reach 6 at the particular center line. Okay, and then it gives also informations that in your part, this much percentage of the part is below 4 or less, and there could be an accuracy issues in that areas for specific plots. Now, which are those plots particularly which measures the result across the thickness? For an example, they get temperature plot which measures across the thickness, like an volumetric shrinkage plot which measures across the thickness. Are we really compromising on the results? Not to worry on that, but this is just a warning. So how do we go and find it out how many number of layers has been created across the part? You did not to cut the part like I did it and start measuring it, but there is a better way to have a look at it. So as soon as the analysis started, so you get a warning and you see that warning, don't get panic. Go into the new plot and you have to create a custom plot over here. So option is that go into results, new plot, as I shown you on the screen. Look for the new layer number. These plots gets created as soon as the software starts plotting the results or putting the results. And look for the open it into a new window, and like I took a section, probably this is where I see a section, and then show it to you over here that across the thickness I am getting a maximum 5 layers. Okay, but in the legend, if you see that I'm getting a maximum of 7 layers in my part, though I specified 10 layers, it's not possible to create the 10 layers at any sections. Maximum it has created 7 layers. And what further I did is that I gone into the plot properties and I scale it. So minimum I have put it 4 and maximum I have put it as 7. That is maximum is like a default it will get. You need not to to put it as a maximum value. So it shows that these are the sections in the part where the low node layer number is below 4, and probably software tried his best to create it. Being a thin sections, it's not possible to create, and as mentioned earlier that it may have a little accuracy issues into the plots which are measured across the thickness, but not necessarily that it will majorly impact. Now, what's the remedy for this is that you probably have to increase the default layer number. Instead of 10, maybe try with 12 and see that you're getting at least 4 number. But on the other consequences of this is that you may land up creating a node more elements and nodes in, because in other sections it will create a definitely more layers as well. So give a try and see that really your accuracy has been compromised. I don't think so, but it's worth giving a try. So this was the answers to many people, that if the warning comes, how do I see the you know how many layers of elements has been created across the thickness, and this plot will help you to know that. I hope this video was helpful and informative to know the steps to find out the node layer number across the thickness. Thank you for your time and talk to you again. Bye.